Okay, this is lecture number 15. Okay, and earlier we started with Indian geography, Indian geography, and we had finished a number of topic in this. Right, we finished the physiography of India. We had finished physiography. We had finished the resources of India. Right, we had also finished the agriculture. Right now we are going to take upon the minerals of India. See, minerals of India, it is very important to understand the minerals of India before we are going to take on the industry topic. So industry topic is a really big topic from where the questions are asked, number of questions are asked in prelims as well as mains. But minerals of India are prerequisite for understanding the industry, right? So before this taking up the industry, we finish the minerals of India, and we will take up both metallic and non-metallic minerals. In metallic minerals, what we are going to take up these minerals: iron, manganese, bauxite, copper, mica, gold and diamond. In non-metallic minerals, these coal, petroleum, natural gas. So this was the basic introduction, that how we are going to now move ahead. First we will discuss the minerals of India, and then we will follow the industry. So let us first try to cover whether see whether we are able to cover the minerals in this class or not. So this is the framework here for the next classes. Okay, and we will start with the minerals of India. So the first mineral is the first is thing that you have to do is, you please subscribe the channel. Okay, before starting, it is a request that you subscribe the channel, right? So now, so let us start with this, our topic of today, that is the iron resources. So first mineral is the iron ore. Okay, see, India has the highest percentage of iron ore in Asia. So largest reserves of iron ore, largest reserves of iron ore in Asia, and fourth largest in world, and fourth largest in world. And the iron resources, the iron ore basically can be divided into three main types. That is, the first is the magnetite. This is the high quality iron ore in which 72% in this, or magnetite, or 72% iron metal is present. So 72% metal is present, right? The second one is the hematite, HEMATIT, hematite. So in hematite, 60 to 70% metal is present. 60 to 70% metal is present. And the third iron ore is the limonite. Limonite has 10 to 40% of the metal presence, right? Although we have fourth category as well, that is the sadirite, right? But it is more or less a mixture of iron and carbon, and that is sadirite. Right, it is no mixture of iron and carbon, so it has more impurity, it has more impurities. This is brief about the different qualities of iron ore which are found in India. Now let us move on the reserves. Okay, the basic thing that we must know, the main thing that we must know is the distribution of the iron ore, distribution of iron ore in India. Okay, so the first thing is that is the Chhattisgarh, in the Chhattisgarh state of India. In Chhattisgarh, the two main areas which you have to remember, one is the Dalli Rajhara mines in Durg district. This is the Dalli Rajhara mines in Durg district, right? And the second one is the Beladilla mines. Beladilla mines, they are in Dantewada district, right? This is about Chhattisgarh. Now moving on to the second important state, that is the Karnataka, okay, where iron ore is found. One is in the Baba Budan Hills, Budan Hills, Baba Budan Hills. They are in Chikmagalur. Similarly, in Kudremukh, Kudremukh. This is also in Chikmagalur. So both are in Chikmagalur district. Chikmagalur, right? The second important area in Karnataka is the Bellary Hospet region. Bellary Hospet. This is in the northeast of the Karnataka. Bellary Hospet region. Okay. Third important area in Karnataka is Simoga and the Chitradurg. Simoga and Chitradurg. So this is the third important area. Okay, these are district name actually. Simoga and Chitradurg districts, right? So we have done the areas in Chhattisgarh where iron ore is mined. The second one that we did is in the Karnataka, right? Moving on to the third state, again important one is Jharkhand one, right? So let us do the iron resources that are found in the Jharkhand, right? Jharkhand. In Jharkhand, basically the West Singhbhum region, West Singhbhum district. This is the main district where iron resources are found. And the mines which you can remember is the first is the Noa Mundi mine. Second one is the Gua mine, GUA Gua mine, and Kiribiru mine. These are the iron ore mines in the Western Singhbhum district, right? Moving on to the fourth state, okay, is the again important one. Lot of minerals, Odisha. Okay. In Odisha, the areas that we have to remember is the Mayurbhanj. Let us first write the name of district. Number one is the Mayurbhanj district. Mayurbhanj district. Right, Mayurbhanj district. And the important mine in Mayurbhanj district is Guru Maheshani mine. Guru Maheshani mine. Right. Moving on to the second district that you have to remember in Odisha is Kendujhar. Jhar, Kendujhar, right? And the third important area is the Sundargarh region. Sundargarh region. It is in the southern Odisha. Sundargarh region. The important mine which you can remember here is the Bonai region or Bonai mines. Bonai mines. Right. So these are the area. Along with this one state, let us write this also, because in the in the Ratnagiri region of the Maharashtra, iron ore is found. So in Maharashtra, what we can write, remember the name of three regions. One is the Bandara, Bhandara, Bandara district, right? We can remember the name of Ratnagiri. Okay, Ratnagiri is on the coast, right? Plus Chandrapur. Okay, Chandrapur is in the eastern Maharashtra. So these are the three districts which we can remember in case of the Maharashtra. Okay, so we did the 5 states. Okay, let us once more revise these 5 states. One is the Chhattisgarh, two main region, Delhi, Rajhara and Beladilla. In Karnataka, Baba Budan, Hospet, Bellary and Simoga. Jharkhand, West Singhbhum, where three mines we have to remember, Noamundi, Goa and Kiribiru. In case of Odisha, three mines again, Mayurbhanj, Kendujhar and the Sundargarh region. And in case of Maharashtra, what we have to remember, this district, Bhandara district, Ratnagiri here, and third one is the Chandrapur. Now let us do the two points which are two series which are important for the prelims point of view basically. That one is the with regard to reserve category and another is with regard to the production category. Okay, when you come to the reserve, Odisha has the highest iron ore reserve. Odisha. After Odisha, it is Jharkhand. After Jharkhand, you have Chhattisgarh. Okay, and after Chhattisgarh, Karnataka. So this is the sequence. Okay, in the iron ore reserves. Okay, reserves. Now, when it comes to production, in case of production, we have the highest iron ore producing region is Odisha. After that is Chhattisgarh. Right after Chhattisgarh, Karnataka, and after Karnataka it is Jharkhand. Okay, so this is the series of the iron ore producing states, right? So you have a little sequence change here. So you have to remember that it is not the Jharkhand which is second largest producing state. It is Chhattisgarh. Jharkhand is in fact at fourth place. So this is the basically the about the iron ore, its reserves, presence, the production. Okay. So this was about the iron ore. Moving on to the next reserve, that is the next category, next mineral, that is manganese. We will do manganese here, right? When it comes to manganese, we know manganese is used in the for making the stainless steel. Okay, it is used in making of the ferrous alloy. Okay, it is used in the paints as well, used in the glass industry, right? But when it comes to the production, okay, about 50% of the manganese is produced by or is produced in Madhya Pradesh. MP produce about 50% of the manganese. India, followed by Maharashtra, which produce close to 24% manganese. Okay, so this is very large chunk. Now come to the, this is about the manganese, some basic thing about the manganese. Now let us come on to the reserves of the manganese. Okay, the reserves of manganese, major areas. Okay, first is the Odisha, and in Odisha you have to remember again the northern districts of the Odisha. For example, this is the shape of Odisha in the on the eastern coast. The district here on Odisha, this district here, that is the Kendujhar. This is Kendujhar. Okay, so this is the Sundargarh here. Sundargarh, right? You have Kalahandi and Koraput. So other district that you can remember is Kalahandi, Koraput. Okay. When it comes to MP, Madhya Pradesh, the two districts which you can remember is the Balaghat and Chhindwara. Balaghat and Chhindwara. Chindwara. Chhindwara, right? So this is the second one. When it comes to Maharashtra. Okay. In Maharashtra, district like Ratnagiri, Nagpur. So in Nagpur. Okay. Similarly in Bhandara, Ratnagiri. Okay. So these are the areas where the manganese is found in Maharashtra. Moving on to the next state, that is the Karnataka. In Karnataka, the areas that we can remember is the Bellary, Shimoga, and North Kannada. North Kannada. So these are the Karnataka areas. Moving on to the Telangana state. In Telangana, the district that we can remember is the Adilabad district. Moving on to the next state, that is in Jharkhand, again West Singhbhum district. Jharkhand, the district that we have to remember is West Singhbhum. West Singhbhum, right? In case of the Rajasthan, the district that we have to remember for the manganese reserves is Banswara and Udaipur. Udaipur and Banswara, right? So these are the areas or the reserves of the manganese. Okay. Now in case of when you comes to the reserves of the manganese, again we will do the reserves and the production centers, that is the order. रिजर्व के कैटेगरी के अंदर जो सबसे ज्यादा मैग्नीज प्रोड्यूस करने वाली स्टेट है दैट इज उड़ीसा. आफ्टर दैट देयर इज कर्नाटक. कर्नाटक के बाद यू okay come the MP, and after MP it is Maharashtra, right? So this is the order for the manganese ore producing states. When it comes to these are the about reserves. When it comes to the production, स्टेट वाइज प्रोडक्शन में सबसे ज्यादा जो मैग्नीज प्रोड्यूस करने वाली स्टेट है दैट इज मध्य प्रदेश. आफ्टर मध्य प्रदेश कम्स दी महाराष्ट्र, राइट? आफ्टर महाराष्ट्र ओडिशा, और ओडिशा के बाद आंध्र प्रदेश, एपी. Okay, so these are the the manganese production states in order. Highest in MP, after MP it is Maharashtra, then Odisha, and last is the Andhra Pradesh. So this is the second mineral. Moving on to the next mineral, that is bauxite. So we have done iron and manganese. Now we will do the bauxite. Right. Now everyone knows that bauxite is used for making the iron, and bauxite is found in the areas where strong laterization has happened. The laterization happens mostly in the hilly areas, okay, which experience alternate wet and dry season, alternate dry and wet season. Okay, so this is basic about bauxite, but it's the process of converting the bauxite into, sorry, not iron, aluminium. Of the process of converting bauxite into aluminium we will discuss in the industry topic. Okay, so this is the basic about the bauxite. Moving on to the reserve areas, कहाँ पर bauxite के reserves इंडिया के अंदर मिलते हैं. So सबसे पहला जो एरिया हम करेंगे that is उड़ीसा के अंदर कुछ जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट हमें याद रखने हैं. सबसे पहला कालाहांडी डिस्ट्रिक्ट, राइट? कालाहांडी के बाद कंधामल, कोरापुट, ओके, संबलपुर, right, Bolangir. These are the areas that we can remember in case of Odisha, right? उसके बाद तेलंगाना के अंदर भी बॉक्साइट के रिजर्व्स हैं, बिकॉज ये सारा एरिया ईस्टर्न घाट्स के अंदर फॉल करता है. वेट एंड ड्राई सीजन भी है, हिली एरियाज भी हैं, लेटराइजेशन का प्रोसेस एक्टिव है. तो तेलंगाना के अंदर मोस्टली जो नॉर्थ ईस्ट का रीजन है वहां पर बॉक्साइट के रिजर्व्स मिलते हैं. अभी मध्य प्रदेश की यदि बात करें, मध्य प्रदेश के अंदर, एमपी के अंदर कटनी जबलपुर रीजन, राइट, और अमरकंटक शहडोल रीजन, See, both regions, Katani, Jabalpur as well as Amarkantak region, both are in hilly areas, both are upland, plateau and hilly areas. तो स्वाभाविक तौर पे यहाँ पर भी बॉक्साइट के रिजर्व होंगे, right? Now come to the Chhattisgarh, that is the third region. Okay, we have done Odisha, तेलंगाना, मध्य प्रदेश. अभी झारखंड की यदि बात करें, इन झारखंड पलमाऊ एंड लोहारदगा. Okay, these are the important districts in Jharkhand, right? उसके बाद जहां पर बॉक्साइट मिलता है। उसके बाद अगर छत्तीसगढ़ की बात करें, छत्तीसगढ़, इन छत्तीसगढ़ जो कुछ डिस्ट्रिक्ट हम याद रख सकते हैं, दैट इज बस्तर, बिलासपुर, बस्तर, बिलासपुर, सरगुजा डिस्ट्रिक्ट, सरगुजा डिस्ट्रिक्ट, राइट। यहाँ पर इन डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स के अंदर बॉक्साइट के रिजर्व्स हैं। सिमिलरली इन तमिलनाडु के अंदर दो एरियाज हम याद रखेंगे, वन इज द नीलगिरी एंड सेकंड वन इज द सीलम, राइट। सीलम के अंदर सेवरो हिल्स है, सेवरो हिल्स है, और नीलगिरी ऑब्वियसली नीलगिरी हिल्स। ओके, और जो भी एरिया जो ऊपर मेंशन किए हैं, झारखंड, छत्तीसगढ़, तमिलनाडु, सभी एरियाज के अंदर बेसिकली हाईलैंड एरियाज हैं। ओके, दे आर प्लेटू हाईलैंड रीजन। सो ऑब्वियसली यहाँ पे लेटराइजेशन, वेट एंड ड्राई सीजन की वजह से जो टॉप लेयर है, टॉप मोस्ट लेयर ऑफ सॉइल, इट बिकम्स रिच इन द बॉक्साइट रिजर्व्स, राइट। सो ये बेसिकली कुछ एरियाज हैं जो हमें याद रखने हैं बॉक्साइट रिजर्व्स के पर्सपेक्टिव से। उड़ीसा, तेलंगाना, मध्य प्रदेश, झारखंड, छत्तीसगढ़ और तमिलनाडु के कुछ डिस्ट्रिक्ट। अब यदि रिजर्व्स और प्रोडक्शन की बात करें, सबसे पहले रिजर्व्स की बात करें यदि, तो रिजर्व्स के मामले में सबसे हाईएस्ट जो रिजर्व है दैट इज इन उड़ीसा। ओके, बॉक्साइट के सबसे ज्यादा रिजर्व। उसके बाद दे आर इन आंध्र प्रदेश। आंध्र प्रदेश के बाद थर्ड नंबर पे जो हमें याद रखना दैट इज गुजरात, और उसके बाद जो हमें याद रखना दैट इज झारखंड। ओके, अकेले उड़ीसा के अंदर तकरीबन 53%, 53% रिजर्व्स हैं बॉक्साइट के। उसके बाद यदि स्टेट वाइज बात करें, यदि प्रोडक्शन के बारे में बात करते हैं यदि, ओके, तो सबसे ज्यादा जो प्रोडक्शन होता है वो भी उड़ीसा के अंदर ही होता है, बेसिकली 42% के करीब। उसके बाद दूसरे नंबर पे जो प्रोडक्शन होता है सबसे ज्यादा बॉक्साइट से, राइट, बॉक्साइट प्रोडक्शन, दैट इज इन गुजरात। आफ्टर थर्ड गुजरात दैट इज महाराष्ट्र, तीसरे नंबर पे महाराष्ट्र, और on fourth you have Jharkhand. So this is the production of the iron ore, right? Sorry, production of the bauxite ore. These are the reserves. Moving on to, so we have covered 3 minerals. उसके बाद हम कॉपर मिनरल को कवर करेंगे अभी। Moving on to the next mineral, that is the copper. Okay, the next mineral that we are going to do here is the copper. See, copper reserves mainly are found in the two formation. The main formation is the Kadapa formation, Kadapa rocks, right? And the second rocks are the Aravalli rocks. These are the two main formation where the copper rocks are found, right? And the major area, if the major reserves, if you talk about for copper, the first major, if you see in Jharkhand, basically. See, for iron ore we saw that it was the West Singhbhum district, but for copper it is East Singhbhum district, in the East Singhbhum district. Rajasthan के केस में you have to remember the two district, two areas. One is the Alwar, another is the Jhunjhunu district. Jhunjhunu district, another is the Alwar district, right? Khetri mines are in Jhunjhunu district. Khetri mines, very important mines of copper. Moving on to the third state, that is the Andhra Pradesh. Main district is Guntur district, Guntur. Okay, the next is the Madhya Pradesh. In Madhya Pradesh we have to remember the Balaghat district, Balaghat, right? And Sikkim, sorry, yeah, in Sikkim copper reserves are found in the Rangpo and Dikcho, Rangpo and DICK, KCHU, Dikchu areas. Okay, so these are the few areas जो कि कॉपर रिजर्व्स के लिए याद रखे जा सकते हैं. ईस्ट सिंहभूम, झुंझुनू, खेतरी, बालाघाट in MP, Guntur is in Andhra Pradesh, and Dikchu and Rangpo in Sikkim. Okay, so this is the copper reserves. Moving on to the reserve and the production. When you see the copper reserves, the highest reserves are copper is in Rajasthan, close to 53%. After Rajasthan, it is Jharkhand. झारखंड के अंदर करीब 20%, 20% रिजर्व्स ऑफ कॉपर आर फाउंड. उसके बाद यू हैव द मध्य प्रदेश. मध्य प्रदेश के अंदर तकरीबन 19%, 19% copper reserves are found. This is the about reserves, right? Moving on to the next part, that is about production. About production. Tamil Nadu, 63% copper is produced. 63% copper is produced. After this is Jharkhand, right? After that it is Odisha, right? So this is the production wise sequence, right? But overall, if you ask, overall there is a lack of copper in India. So India mainly complete its requirement by importing the copper from USA. We import from USA, we import from Canada, India imports from Zambia and many other countries, right? So this is the importing countries from where we import copper. Moving on to the next important ore, that is the mica, right? So we have done copper here. Moving on to the next one, that is the mica, right? What is important? India is largest producer of mica. India produces close to 60% of world mica. Produces 60% of world's mica. Right. And major areas, if you see the major areas, in Jharkhand, if you see, you can remember the few districts of the Jharkhand. Number one is the Kodrama, okay, Kodrama, Girid, Girid, Hazaribagh, right? उसके बाद in case of Bihar, you can remember, okay, Nawada, Gaya belt, you can remember here. ठीक है. उसके बाद इन केस ऑफ आंध्र प्रदेश, आंध्र प्रदेश के केस में नेल्लोर और विशाखापट्टनम याद रख सकते हैं. नेल्लोर एंड विशाखापट्टनम, राइट. उसके बाद इन केस ऑफ राजस्थान, राजस्थान में भी माइका के रिजर्व्स हैं और उसमें हम दो डिस्ट्रिक्ट फिर से याद रख सकते हैं. वन इज जयपुर, अनदर इज उदयपुर. ऑल्दो भिलवाड़ा डिस्ट्रिक्ट कैन आल्सो बी रिमेंबर, भिलवाड़ा डिस्ट्रिक्ट. ओके, सो ये मेजर डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं जो हमें याद रखने होंगे. झारखंड के केस में कोडरमा, गिरिध, हजारीबाग. बिहार के केस में नवादा, गया बेल्ट. आंध्र प्रदेश नेल्लोर और विशाखापट्टनम. और राजस्थान में जयपुर, उदयपुर, भिलवाड़ा, राइट. अभी वही तीसरा जो नेक्स्ट स्टेप हम करते हैं, दैट इज रिजर्व प्रोडक्शन. अभी इफ यू सी इन केस ऑफ रिजर्व्स ऑफ द माइका के जो सबसे ज्यादा रिजर्व दे आर इन आंध्र प्रदेश. आंध्र प्रदेश में माइका के तकरीबन 41%, 41% रिजर्व है. उसके बाद माइका के रिजर्व दूसरे नंबर पे राजस्थान में है. ठीक है. उसके बाद माइका के रिजर्व on third place they are in Odisha, right? 20% of the mica, close to 20% in Odisha. If you see state-wise production, this is the reserves. If you see the production, about production, the state-wise production, the highest production is again in Andhra Pradesh, right? उसके बाद राजस्थान में है, दूसरे नंबर पे, एंड आफ्टर दैट इज झारखंड। ओके, दिस इज द स्टेट वाइज प्रोडक्शन ऑफ द माइका। ठीक है साहब। नाउ मूविंग ऑन टू द, this is the mica, right? Moving on to the last two minerals, metallic minerals that we are going to cover. One is about the gold, another is diamond, right? Gold is basically found in the veins and lodes, plus in placer deposit in the river sediments. Okay, sand of the river. And the gold which is found in the sand of river, इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Placer deposit, PLSCER, placer deposits, right? अभी मेजर एरियाज की बात करते हैं कि मेजर एरियाज कौन से हैं। मेजर एरियाज जहां पे गोल्ड मिलता है बेसिकली, नंबर वन इज इन कर्नाटक। कर्नाटक के अंदर भी दो एरियाज हैं जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है। वन इज द कोलार गोल्ड फील्ड, कोलार गोल्ड फील्ड्स। देयर वाज अ मूवी आल्सो, KGF ऑफ साउथ इंडिया। साउथ इंडिया की एक मूवी भी है KGF, टॉलीवुड मूवी। उसके बाद दूसरा एरिया साउथ, यहाँ पर ही, सॉरी, साउथ इंडिया ने यहाँ पे कर्नाटक के अंदर ही, दैट इज द हुट्टी एरिया। ये रायचूर डिस्ट्रिक्ट के अंदर है हुट्टी एरिया, ये रायचूर में है जहां पर गोल्ड की रिजर्व है, राइट। उसके बाद गोल्ड की रिजर्व आंध्र प्रदेश में भी है जी, आंध्र प्रदेश। और आंध्र प्रदेश के अंदर गोल्ड रिजर्व्स बेसिकली अनंतपुर डिस्ट्रिक्ट के अंदर है, अनंतपुर डिस्ट्रिक्ट, राइट। So these are the two major areas which you have to remember with respect to the formation of gold. Moving on to the next mineral, that is the diamond. चलिए डायमंड के बारे में देख लेते हैं थोड़ा सा। Basically diamond is mainly found in the, one is the Panna district. Panna district is in Madhya Pradesh, MP. And the second one is in Andhra Pradesh. इन आंध्र प्रदेश कई सारे एरियाज हैं जहां पर डायमंड मिलता है। नंबर वन इज इन द कुर्नूल, कुर्नूल डिस्ट्रिक्ट में मिलता है, राइट। द नेक्स्ट डिस्ट्रिक्ट विच यू हैव टू रिमेंबर इज द अनंतपुर, अनंतपुर डिस्ट्रिक्ट। एंड द थर्ड वन is in the gravels of the placer deposit, that is in the gravels of the Krishna river, right. This is the diamond deposit. So diamond deposits के हमने दो एरियाज के, एक पन्ना, पन्ना इज इन मध्य प्रदेश, सेकंड इन आंध्र प्रदेश के अंदर तीन डिस्ट्रिक्ट याद रखे, वन इज इन द कुर्नूल, अनदर इज अनंतपुर, थर्ड वन इज द ग्रेवल डिपॉजिट्स ऑफ द कृष्णा रिवर, राइट। सो दिस इज द मेटालिक मिनरल्स, जो मेन मेटालिक मिनरल्स है जिनके ऊपर की इंडस्ट्रीज का कुछ पॉसिबिलिटी बनती है, राइट। जैसे गोल्ड, डायमंड, उसके बाद हम पहले हमने माइका किया, उससे पहले कॉपर रिजर्व्स के बारे में किया, मैंगनीज रिजर्व्स किया, बॉक्साइट किया और आयरन ओर किया, राइट। मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट, दैट इज द नॉन मेटालिक मिनरल्स। इन नॉन मेटालिक मिनरल्स विल फर्स्ट डू इज द coal. See, okay, this one, coal. See, the coal that is found in India is basically of Gondwana formation. Okay, and it formed in the late Carboniferous time. And Permian periods. जो परमियन पीरियड में गोल्ड बना था बेसिकली दैट इज द टर्शरी गोल्ड। और जो ये गोल्ड है टर्शरी टाइप का गोल्ड, ये हमारे को मिलता है जी असम के अंदर। ओके, इट इज फाउंड इन तमिलनाडु, इट इज फाउंड इन JNK, जम्मू एंड कश्मीर, इट इज फाउंड इन अरुणाचल प्रदेश, इट इज फाउंड इन मेघालय। So this is the tertiary coal which is found here in these regions, not a high quality coal. The coal which is found in the Carboniferous time, it is bituminous coal. It is bituminous coal. Bituminous coal. And in bituminous coal, the content of coal is from 40 to 70%. 40 to 70%. This is the content of carbon in this bituminous coal. And in the late Carboniferous, the coal which is found in the basically rift valleys, Mahanadi Rift Valley, Son River Rift Valley, Son River Valley, right? Godavari Valley, Pench River Valley. Okay, so these are the main areas where the bituminous coal is found, right? So, but this is not the highest quality coal. The highest quality coal is the anthracite coal, which is not found in India, basically, right? So, if you see the highest quality coal, that is anthracite. Anthracite is the highest quality coal. In this anthracite, 95% carbon content is there. However, in case of bituminous, which is mostly found in India, in case of bituminous, as I said, 40 to 70% carbon content is there. The low quality coal, that is lignite, which is basically tertiary formation, in it coal content is 30 to 50%. This is the carbon content in this coal, right? But we will mostly focus on these two categories because they are found in India. Okay, so let us start with the reserves, the areas. First of all, we will cover the rift valleys. In rift valleys, first valley that we will cover is the Damodar Rift Valley. So Damodar coal fields. Damodar coal fields. Damodar coal fields are found in both the Jharkhand and West Bengal. Jharkhand and West Bengal. Okay. And the example that you can remember is the Jharia coal fields in झारखंड, राइट। उसके बाद और कुछ याद रख सकते हो, जैसे कि रामगढ़, कर्णपुरा, गिरिध, बोकारो, इस सभी के अंदर चाहे वो बोकारो हो चाहे फिर गिरिध हो, राइट, या फिर वी कैन रिमेंबर दी रामगढ़, रानीगंज, okay, Raniganj coal fields are in West Bengal. So these can be remembered as the Damodar coal fields. उसके बाद second number that we will Rift Valley, that is the Son coal fields, Son Valley fields, right? And Son Valley fields are basically in MP and Uttar Pradesh, UP. And the main mining center of Son Valley is Singrauli coal fields, Singrauli coal fields, and they are in MP basically, Siddhi district of MP, right? और कुछ सोन वैली के जो इम्पोर्टेंट फील्ड्स हैं जैसे उमारिया भी एमपी के अंदर, यहाँ पे भी इम्पोर्टेंट कोल फील्ड्स हैं। उसके बाद सोहागपुर, दैट इज सोहागपुर, इम्पोर्टेंट कोल फील्ड्स, सोन वैली, राइट। This is the second rift valley. Moving on to the third rift valley, that is the Mahanadi Rift Valley. Third rift valley is Mahanadi Valley coalfields. In Mahanadi, basically we will see number one is the Korba. Korba is in Chhattisgarh, right? उसके बाद महानदी कोलफील्ड्स जैसे कि हमें पता है कि भाई दे आर फाउंड इन छत्तीसगढ़ एंड उड़ीसा, तो सबसे पहला डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोरबा इज इन छत्तीसगढ़, राइट। द सेकंड इंपॉर्टेंट इज तालचेर coal fields are in Odisha. Okay. Other districts are also there where coal fields is found, like Sambalpur उड़ीसा के अंदर है, राइट। झिलमिल एंड चिरमिरी, coal fields, they are also part of the Mahanadi Valley coal fields, right? So these Korba, Talcher, Sambalpur, okay, झिलमिल, चिरमिरी, ये इसमें महानदी वैली के केस में we can remember these coal fields, right? Moving on to the next one, that is the Godavari Valley coalfields. Godavari Valley coalfields. Godavari Valley coalfields are basically they are expanded, mainly found in the Telangana. And in Telangana, the district that you can remember, number one is the Warangal. Okay. Another district is Karimnagar. Okay. उसके बाद खमाम. Right. Adilabad. These are the important district where the coal is mined in the Godavari Valley. Okay. This is the moving on to the next valley. That is the Vardha River Valley. The next valley is Vardha River Valley. So the coal fields of Vardha River Valley are basically in the Maharashtra. So the district which you can remember here is Chandarpur, Yavatamal and Nagpur. And Nagpur. All three are in Maharashtra. Okay. So this is the Vardha River Valley coalfield. Moving on to the next, that is the Satpura. Satpura coalfields. In Satpura, the areas that you can remember here, number one is the Kanha Valley, and number two is the Pench Valley. Okay, so these are the two main areas. And if you see the district, if you ask the district, the main district is the Betul one, Betul district. Okay, so this is the Satpura coalfields that we can remember here. Moving on to the next, that is reserves and production जो कि हम करते हैं. So which state produces more and which state has the highest reserve? So in case of reserves, if you see, the highest reserve are in Jharkhand. Okay, Jharkhand. After that, it is Odisha, then Chhattisgarh. Okay, after Chhattisgarh, West Bengal. And when it comes to production, Chhattisgarh is the largest producer of coal. After Chhattisgarh, it is Jharkhand. After Jharkhand, it is Odisha. Right. Okay, and after Odisha, it is Madhya Pradesh. So this is the production order. So this was all about coal. And another important information about the coal is the 80% of coal is used in energy sector, and close to 2% coal is used in the steel sector. So you can imagine, just when 80% of coal is used in energy sector and we are moving towards renewable energy, so the importance of coal and the coal based industries will definitely decline. So this 80% will keep on reducing. Okay, so we have done the coal. Now the two important other minerals that we are left with is the natural gas and the petroleum reserves. So first we will do is the petroleum reserves. And the important information about the petroleum reserve that you have to remember is that the petroleum reserves are found in the sedimentary formation. And these sedimentary formation must be in folded formation, in folded strata. Folded strata means that strata like this. Okay, This is called the syncline, this is called anticline. This is called anticline. अब जो जो petroleum reserves और gas reserves, they are found in the anticlines. In anticlines, the shape becomes something like that. So let us say this is the formation of anticline here, like that. Okay, and this is some impermeable rock. Okay, let us say this is impermeable rock. Let us say this is shale structure, right? And this is the sedimentary formation, that is the, let us say this is the limestone rock. Okay, in limestone rock, what happens in this formation, there will form the coal and the petroleum and the natural gas. The topmost layer will be of the this topmost layer will be of the natural gas, this topmost layer natural gas here, right? Below natural gas will form here the petroleum, and below petroleum you will find the water resources. So here you will see the water resources here. So the third layer is of water. So this is the how the petroleum is found in the antisyncline valley. So there will have to be a well which is dug up to the gas or the petroleum level. Okay, now moving on to the important reserves and a brief history. So this is all about the petroleum and how they are formed, where they are found, petroleum and gas. In India, what happened when the first railway line was being, first railway tracks were being laid down, और जो पहले रेलवे ट्रैक्स थे वो असम के अंदर ले डाउन किए जा रहे थे. जब असम के अंदर ट्रैक्स को ले किया जा रहा था, व्हेन द ट्रैक्स वर बीइंग लेट डाउन, तो पहला वेल एस्टेब्लिश किया गया. द फर्स्ट वेल दैट वाज एस्टेब्लिश्ड इन 1866. ओके, और जो ये वेल डग किया गया, दिस वेल वाज डग इन नाहरपुर एरिया, नाहरपुंग area. And in Naharpung, when this oil well was dug, there was no oil actually obtained in this. So first working well was dug in 1867, the very next year, in Makum. Right, so this was first working oil well. And in the very same year, oil was discovered in Digboy. In the very same year, oil was also discovered in Digboy. Right, these both are in Assam. What ये हम असम के बारे में डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, राइट, क्योंकि फर्स्ट ऑयल वेल वर डग इन असम. राइट, उसके बाद बेसिकली we move fast forwarded to 1960. In 1960, in Ankleshwar, the next oil well was dug. Right, after that in 1975, Fountain of Prosperity, that is Mumbai High. It started production. So this is the brief history that how we started first in Assam. First oil well was dug in Naharpunj area, but it did not work. After that, in the 1867, the working well was established in Makum. In the same year in Digboy. Then in 1916, Ankleshwar, 1975 in Makum. Right, so this is the basic areas. Now moving on to, let us see first few more areas of Assam basically which produces the oil. Right, so in, let us see few more areas. So first of all, we will see all areas of Assam basically. This was brief history. So briefly, let us again see Assam areas. Number one is the Digboy field. Right, second one is the Nehar Katia oil fields. Right, then we move on to the Moran Hugrijang oil fields. Right, then Rudrasagar. So these are the important oil fields of Assam. Moving on to the next, that is Gujarat. So oil fields of Gujarat are, first one is Ankleshwar. This is the largest oil well after the Assam, outside Assam basically. Then you have the Kolol oil fields. Kolol oil field again in the Gujarat. Mehsana oil field. Okay. Then you have Nowgaon oil field. Okay. These are the oil fields of Gujarat. Moving on to the Mumbai, that is the Western offshore oil field. Western offshore oil fields. In Western oils, this thing we will do the Mumbai High. Number one is the Mumbai High. Okay. It is 175 kilometer offshore of Mumbai, 175 kilometer southwest of Mumbai. Right. And second one is the Basin High. Right. Basin High. It is in south of Mumbai High. Mumbai High के करीब 50 किलोमीटर साउथ में Basin High है. Right. So this is the basically offshore oil fields. Right. Moving on to the, so we have done the, where we have done the Gujarat oil fields, we have done Assam oil fields, we have done Western oil, offshore oil field. Now East Coast oil fields also let us do. East Coast oil fields. East Coast oil fields. In East Coast oil fields, basically the main area is the KG basin, Krishna Godavari basin, right, in Andhra Pradesh. Plus either is the Kaveri basin, more south is the Kaveri basin, right. So these are the two areas in the East Coast. So this is about the petroleum reserves. ओके असम के फील्ड्स हैं, गुजरात के फील्ड्स हैं, ईस्टर्न कोस्ट और वेस्टर्न कोस्ट के फील्ड्स हमने देखे. अभी मूव करते हैं जी नेचुरल गैस पे. द एरियाज वेयर नेचुरल गैस इज फाउंड. नेचुरल गैस हमने बोला कि भाई इट विल फाउंड इन कंजंक्शन विद द पेट्रोलियम. तो सबसे पहला ऑब्वियस सी बात है जी असम के अंदर तो मिलेगी. सो असम मेघालय रीजन सबसे पहला याद रखेंगे, जो असम मेघालय रीजन. सेकेंड रीजन इज द गुजरात रीजन. ओके. उसके बाद गल्फ ऑफ खंभात. राइट. Similarly Mumbai High. Okay, and East Coast. Right. So these are the areas where we will remember the natural gas is found. See, let me once show the on map the areas, these areas basically, then it will become more convenient to remember. So this is the Indian map, right? This is, first of all you will remember यहाँ पे दिग्बोय है जी. This is दिग्बोय. राइट. यहाँ पे नहर कटिया है. दिस इज नहर कटिया. राइट. यहाँ पे डिब्रूगढ़ है. दिस इज डिब्रूगढ़. राइट. After that you have here Rudrasagar. Right. You have the Lakhimpur here. सभी ऑयल फील्ड्स हैं, ऑल आर ऑयल फील्ड्स। वेस्ट कोस्ट पे यहाँ पे बात करें तो दिस इज द मुंबई हाई, दिस इज द बस्सीन, बस्सीन ऑयल फील्ड यहाँ पे है, राइट। दिस इज एलियाबेट, यहाँ पे एलियाबेट के अंदर बोथ ऑयल एज वेल एज गैस फील्ड्स आर फाउंड। ओके, दिस इज ऑन द नर्मदा माउथ ऑफ नर्मदा रिवर, दिस इज अंकलेश्वर। ओके, दिस इज द कलोल, यहाँ पर कलोल है, कलोल फील्ड्स, and very adjacent to Kolol fields here, this is Mehsana, right. So this is the west coast region, this one. Okay, this is the eastern region. Moving on to the east coast, this is the Krishna Godavari field यहाँ पर, और यहाँ पर आपके कावेरी के region है basically. So this is the KGB fields, this is the KG field, Krishna Godavari fields, right. So this is the basic map of the areas which you can remember, right. एक मैप और बना लेते हैं जिसके अंदर की रिफाइनरीज का लोकेशन भी जान लेते हैं. So let us make one more map for depicting the refineries of India. So okay, this is the दिग्बोई, यहाँ पे दिग्बोई रिफाइनरी है, दिग्बोई. यहाँ पे नुमालीगढ़ रिफाइनरी है, दिस इज नुमालीगढ़, राइट. हियर यू हैव बोंगाईगांव, यहाँ पर भी रिफाइनरी है बोंगाईगांव में. यहाँ पर हल्दिया है, हल्दिया रिफाइनरी है. यहाँ पे बरौनी रिफाइनरी है, बरौनी इज इन बिहार. ओके, यहाँ पर भी इन्हीं फील्ड से, दिग्बोई नहर कटिया फील्ड से ऑयल आता बेसिकली, जहां राम सॉरी, सो इट इज अगेन रिफाइंड एट बरौनी. दिस इज हल्दिया, हियर इट इज पारादीप. ओके, दिस इज पारादीप. ओके, हियर यू हैव द चेन्नई, साउथ ऑफ चेन्नई नागापट्टिनम. Both places you have the refineries. Okay, Chennai, this is Nagapattinam refinery, right. Here you have refinery at Kochi, here you have refinery at Mangalore. This is Mangalore refinery, यहाँ पर कोची refinery है, right. Then you have one at Trombe, here is Trombe. Okay, south of Trombe you have the Ratnagiri, right. These all are the refineries basically, right, major oil refineries of the India. Okay, then you have one refinery here in the Koyali. Okay, here you have Jamnagar refinery, right. Here you have Mathura refinery. Okay, here you have the Panipat refinery. Okay, one other refinery here at Karnal, here is Karnal refinery, and here you have Bhatinda refinery. Okay, so these are the major refineries of the India. Okay, that we can remember. So what we discussed by now we have discussed about all the minerals of India, right? We started with the first one, that is the iron ore. After that we did the distributions. So then we did the manganese. After manganese we did the copper. After copper, bauxite, mica, right? Then gold and diamond. So these were metallic minerals. Then non-metallic minerals we did. First is the coal. We did in coal detail in Damodar Valley, Son, Godavari, Pench, Varda. After that we did the petroleum, then gas reserves, all the reserves, then made a map of these two, and then the oil refineries, right? So this is all about the today's class, right? So it was a fast class. Basically we discussed all the minerals. It took us 1 hour. Okay, in 1 hour we had discussed all the minerals of India, metallic, non-metallic. Now it will become quite easy to discuss the industry. So we will discuss this topic of industry in very detail. Okay, so it will take lot of classes, but minerals were required before discussing the industry, so we had done that. So our base is formed. Okay, then we will now in next class we will start with the first the locational aspect. Okay, location of industries. And for this, first of all, we will do Weber theory. Okay, then Weber theory will give us a more systematic understanding that how the industry must be located and where they must be transferred. So this theory, after that we will discuss, sequence wise, all the industry: iron, aluminium, copper, okay, uranium, all the industries that will be there. Okay, whether they are sugar cane, whether they are cotton, jute, all the industries, what are their prospect, what are the threat analysis, all these aspects will be discussed. So this we will start in the next class. So this is it in this class. But before closing, you please subscribe the channel. Okay, so this is a request, so please subscribe the channel, and we will continue with industries in the next class. So thank you.